Okay, so now we're getting into the third round of this tournament, and you are going up against Mr. Piano Bot. His team consists of Charizard, Sableye, Skarmory, Gligar, Probopass, and Medicham. I guess the weird-ish Pokemon, or the Pokemon that kind of sticks out, is Gligar in this case.
And that's another one I've never practiced against either, so
yeah.
Trial Life Fire.
Gligar, I think it can have Wing Attack or Fury Cutter.
Yes, but I think the predominant moveset is Wing Attack.
Wing Attack. What's his charge move? Earthquake?
Dig and Night Slash.
Dig and Night Slash.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a little bit bulkier than Gliscor.
Mm-hmm.
And it could actually tank one Shadow Ball from AWAC. So I think it can actually beat the AWAC matchup a little bit more consistently than Gliscor does because of that. But yeah, I wasn't necessarily too scared of Gligar. I think it beats Machamp, but Steelix also doesn't do too well against it because Thunderfang on Earth.
Yes. But it's neutral. No, it'll be
single resisted.
Single resisted.
Yeah. So I didn't think Steelix was going to be a good pick here, but I think my team does fairly okay against Gligar, so I wasn't like super concerned. I don't remember what I led with. I probably led with Sableye. Let's find out.
So first battle, you lead with Sableye.
I don't know. It was too long ago. It was 2 days ago.
Okay, how about we just get into the battle?
Let's just get into it.
All right, so Mr. Piano Bot versus Zayzilla.
All right, same team as before.
All right, so you lead off with Sableye.
I think Probo and AWAC.
Okay, so Skarmory versus Sableye. This gives me regionals from last year vibes. And I believe...
This is a pretty tricky matchup. I think Skarmory wins in the one shield, but Sableye puts up a really good fight against it. So I think what I do is I throw a Foul Play, and then I think I base my decision on what to do next, depending on,
Oh, so you got the self-piggyback.
Self-piggyback. So I stopped, I prevented his one attack. And I came in with the AWAC here pretty aggressively just because I know I could take a Sky Attack. And having that energy lead and being able to farm down Skarmory is pretty powerful. So obviously not the best matchup here, but getting the Shadow Ball will take a pretty good chunk of Sableye's health
if it's not
shielded.
So now you have a shield advantage, and he
does
throw the charge move.
He does throw the charge move. I don't think I would have thrown the charge move. I think I would have traded the farm down for a Bone Club in return.
Yeah. So you bring in Probopass to try to... I'm assuming you're going to farm down this Sableye.
I think I'm going to farm down all the way. I could take 2 Foul Plays easy, and then I think... Oh, no.
You tried to get the Magnet Bomb off, but he was able to get the Foul Play off first, and you do let go of this Magnet.
But I don't, do any attacks at all, hoping that I would do minimum damage. So I did get one more rock, though, if you saw that. So here...
It will get the Foul Play off. Neutral damage to Medicham.
Neutral damage. Shadow Sneak again would... I don't think Shadow Sneak is actually that much better.
No,
just because Foul Play is a much better move.
Yep. Blocks that Psychic.
Spicy Psychic. Either way, I think he could have used Ice Punch if he had Ice Punch.
And you had some energy built up and able to get this Foul Play on Skarmory. So very well played.
Yep. And he actually commented, "You really like getting those double Foul Plays off, huh?" And I just smiled at him at the time, but afterward I told him exactly why I did that. So I think he appreciated that little bit of tip, and just to know what to watch out for in the next time. And he's also running Sableye too. It's a perfect Sableye, so hopefully it added a little wrinkle to his arsenal as well.
Yeah, for sure. So after that, what are you thinking about going into this next battle?
I know Sableye is a very, very safe Pokemon. He doesn't have a Charmer. He doesn't have Machamp. So I know, the worst that he can do is bring in his Skarmory against my Sableye. So I think I lead Sableye again. Or if I don't lead Sableye, I know I'm going to bring it and then use it as a safe swap. That's why I really advocate for using a Charmer, just because unless you have a Charmer, Sableye really goes unchecked. And even against Machamp, having a 1 to 2 Shadow Claw energy advantage kind of flips that match as well. So I don't know if I led with Sableye again, but I know I have it in my line.
Yeah. Looking at, like, if I was his team, looking at your team, I'd pretty much guarantee bringing Medicham almost. Because Medicham beats Probopass, Steelix, and Machamp, right? And will deal decent chunk of damage to Wigglytuff with that neutral counter. But you're not bringing like Steelix.
But AWAC and Sableye also do
super effective.
Yeah.
Well,
not super effective, but AWAC will resist.
Yeah.
Except for the Psychic, and now I know he has Psychic. So
yeah, definitely. Okay. Well, getting into this next battle, you lead off with Sableye again. Or no,
Maybe.
you're not sure.
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
But you're bringing Sableye, and do you know what your other 2 Pokemon are?
I don't remember.
Okay, let's get into the battle.
Show me Sableye somewhere. There it is.
Okay,
right.
So you lead off with Steelix, which is kind of surprising because Charizard, Medicham. Yeah. Oh, but you
caught the Probo.
But you caught the Probo lead, and
I do think a lot of people try to safely lead with Probo. I don't know if my team seems super weak to Probo, so it was, I think people are just comfortable leading Probo.
Yeah.
If I had a Charizard on my team, it would make a little bit more sense. He made a great switch right there. Caught that Earthquake.
Yeah.
So it still does
tons of damage.
Right?
So you bring in your own Sableye, which you're probably gonna block this.
I do block this.
Yes.
There's no reason not to. Again, don't get stingy with those shields. And then I realized that it was a CMP tie, and I knew I could farm him down, so I just didn't do any charge at all. So I got in 2 additional Shadow Claws there.
So you get this foul play. At this point, you just try and
take some shields
or do as much damage as possible, and you are able to take at least 1 shield. No block here.
This one. Knowing that I can come in with Steelix
and just try to
Thunderfang it.
Yeah, you pretty much wall Probopass, right?
There's nothing that Pass can do with any of its movesets.
Yeah. So you're just gonna farm it down or wait until he switches. And you were expecting that switch right away.
I guess, but
there's no need to, right?
Yeah.
Because I think Alolan Marowak has a more positive matchup against Skarmory than it does against Probopass.
Right.
Especially a Rock Boat one.
Yeah. But it is nice to just Thunderfang Skarmory.
Doing super effective damage to it. And you have enough to get this Bone Club. Pretty much knock out this Probopass.
Shields this one.
Shields it.
Might as well he has a shield.
Yeah.
Now I knock it out. Oh no!
Alright. But you have a shield with Steelix.
So just crunch it.
Yep. So that's gonna be GG. So you took that's the first battle, right?
That's the second battle.
That's the second battle. So you took it 2-0, right? So
he didn't use Gligar.
He didn't use Gligar at all. So the Pokemon that's kind of stands out, he didn't use at all.
Yeah.
I wonder. So
Gligar doesn't do too well against the team, right?
Yeah.
With Wing Attack, Steelix and Probo basically wall it, and if you get the dig on Steelix, I don't think that's a one-hit KO either. Because dig is a terrible move.
Yeah. So you definitely recommend, if you were to use Gligar or Gliscor, you would use Gliscor, right?
I don't know. I think depends on the rest of the team comp. I'm just looking at his team, and I don't know if one is actually better served than the other. I'm not really sure. Like I didn't have enough good IV like Gligar or Gliscor that I didn't want to invest in it, so I don't know too much about it.
Yeah.
I just know that certain Pokemon on my team can beat it. And the funny thing, like throughout the entire tournament, was all the SF Bay Area people were at a table, and like the one thing that we hate was the Gliscor and Gligar matchups because like so much of it is a flip of a coin, right? You either bait or you don't. So there are these like Hershey's Kisses and stuff around the table, and what we were saying was like, we're just gonna flip it every time they throw a charge move, and then whatever lands, we're gonna shield or not shield. So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, but
thankfully I didn't have to deal with that.
You didn't have to deal with it, luckily. Yeah, like Gliscor is one of those Pokemon because you get Night Slash and Earthquake, right? And
or you can go Aerial Ace, but that's kind of a waste.
But you're either using Wing Attack already, so that's unless you're using Fury Cutter, which for my practice battles, Wing Attack, Fury Cutter just doesn't do good well enough. It just doesn't do anything for you.
It charges
fast,
faster.
but it does like no damage.
Right. It does no damage. Yep.
But anyways, getting into this last battle in this round,
you're gonna see Sableye at some point, and that's all I know for sure.
Okay, yeah, let's see what happens. So Gligar.
Yeah.
Gligar.
So this is not that advantageous just because it's resisting. So it's got the Wing Attack. But I know that Sableye again is a very, very safe swap.
So I'm assuming it's Night Slash.
I think this is a Night Slash. I think for this match you want to go just straight Night Slash. Just because it's dealing neutral damage.
You also have that chance. Boost. Yeah.
I think it's like a 1 in 8 chance or something.
Ends up switching into and absorbs this foul play with his Skarmory. Which is actually probably the correct move, knowing that you have a Steelix in the back. And you got the double foul play again.
So it worked.
Yeah. But that's probably the correct move. He did block one?
He blocked one, yeah.
Yeah. So
and I think it does about 30% of Skarm's health.
And now now you're just gonna be farming away at this Skarmory.
I think Flash Cannon does pretty decent damage.
Actually, Sky Attack is probably the right move.
If it's resisted anyway.
If it's resisted. Both of them are single resisting.
That's right. Oh, because
And I think Sky Attack's the more efficient move.
Against Probo, I think Flash Cannon's the right one.
Yes, neutral damage. But you switch into Alolan Marowak, which pretty much walls Medicham.
He has no shield, so...
So go straight for Shadow Ball.
Okay,
so it absorbs that Shadow Ball pretty easily. But Alolan Marowak isn't like the highest of attack Pokemon. It's relatively tanky for a Ghost Pokemon. Not as, but he gets a charge move off right here. It's Psychic. He does have a Psychic, and you shield that.
I have 2 shields, so I better use it.
Get this Shadow Ball off, and this is GG. Yeah. So winning with 2 Pokemon and a shield. So getting, like that was actually a really good battle.
The great thing about this cup too is losing the lead doesn't mean you lost the match, which is very different than what Fusion was.
Yeah, right? Fusion definitely felt like, depending on who you're fighting, what their team composition was, it was very lead dependent.
Yeah.
Like what I like to talk about in Fusion was if your opponent has a very polarizing team but you don't, the game is going to be very polarized. If you have a very polarizing team, your opponent doesn't, it's going to be polarized. If both of you guys have a polarizing team, obviously it's going to be polarized.
Right.
The only way it's like polarizing is the dominant trait in each matchup. So it doesn't matter. It's going to be it's more likely it's going to be polarizing than it's not.
Right.
Otherwise,
and this one's not like that.
Not like that completely. And I think that's because those switch-ins, you can switch in and get that hard double super effective damage sometimes, and that's big.
Right. And I think both like Machamp and Sableye and even AWAC to a certain extent, if you get that 2 to 3 fast move energy lead, it really just changes the complexion of a lot of the matchups. Right, like Machamp with Rock Slide is super dangerous against AWAC, Charizard, Skarmory. So that makes it a lot more dynamic in the way that you could actually choose your lines and how you play it, as opposed to rock paper scissors.
No, for sure. Having that's kind of the idea behind the Haunter in Sinister as well.
Right.
Like it's so squishy, but one charge move can change the landscape of the rest of the battle. So yeah, I can see what you mean by that that cover, like having that rock slide as coverage,
Right.
can change things depending on energy situations and switches and stuff like that. So, so getting into this fourth round, and you are facing off a very popular opponent, I
Yes.
guess. The person that helped organize the LA tournament, Sir Maximus. He has a very off-meta team.
It's very off meta, yeah.
He, as you can see
Super
from his
spicy.
team, he is running a Sunny Castform and a Skunk Tank are the two Pokemon that are the spiciest. And he is running a Rhyperior, which we talked about a little earlier. Other than that, Medicham, Golbat, and Sableye, those are pretty stable in the Rose Cup.
Yep.
What's your thoughts going into this battle?
There's a reason why I buddied my Sableye, right? And like, I don't know whether people thought people were gonna bring Sableye, but for some, like, I just don't understand why you wouldn't bring a Charmer in these cases.
Yeah.
So I just look at a team, I'm like, okay, Sableye's gonna be in my line every single time. And I think the one that probably concerned me most was the Rhyperior, just because I don't know what the moveset's gonna be.
Yes.
So just figuring out, you know, what my, I guess, plan to attack that is. But if you look at my line, Wigglytuff wins, Machamp wins, Sableye wins that. So I wasn't like super
Sableye
scared.
wins against Rhyperior.
It might be the same issue with
The
right
Rhydon.
Yeah, maybe not. It wins on the one shield, but probably not the two.
Yeah.
But I learned, right?
Yes.
Because I got my ass stomped in that second round, so I knew what to look for. But I was pretty confident using Sableye was gonna allow me to either do the safe switch or and like whenever you are confident that that safe switch is gonna work, you could just go a little bit more risky for that lead.
Yes. Yeah, he doesn't have anything that will hard counter a Sableye, right? Like, everything will take some damage from the Sableye's Shadow Claw, probably get Foul Play off, or some kind of charge move to either burn a shield or deal a decent chunk of damage.
Yep.
So going into this battle, do you remember what you led with?
I don't remember what I led with. I do remember he led with Skunk Tank, and when I first saw that come out, I was pretty surprised because Skunk Tank only has one winning matchup, and that's against Wiggly. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. I didn't know what he was thinking at the time. But yeah, I don't remember what I led.
All right. So yeah, let's just get into the battle.
Machamp.
You led Machamp. Okay. So
Which is not necessarily the best lead. But
it's
worked
against
out.
Skunk Tank. So, Skunk Tank taking neutral damage from Machamp's counter and neutral damage from this cross chop. Skunk Tank dealing neutral damage back to Machamp. Probably going to be a poison or flamethrower. Oh, he actually baited you with the crunch, but he's not able to.
Yeah, it's not that much of a bait though, because he didn't shield.
Yeah.
Right?
So brings out the Sunny Castform, going full spice.
So I just tried to bait with this move, knowing that Rock Slide, would do more. I don't know if he shields this one, but it will do a lot of damage if he doesn't.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. So he didn't want to waste. Oh, but he does have Rhyperior. So you bring a Sableye? Yep. Sableye. This is going to be actually, you win this in the one shield,
yes.
right? Like we mentioned. I didn't catch what his fast move was. It looks Mud Slap. Okay. So you win this in the one shield. Get this foul play off. The Mud Slap's gonna continue pounding on you, but he gets to in the second surf.
Yeah, but now this is where I think the buddy comes into play.
Oh, wow.
That. Yeah. That little ribbon on his head.
Yeah, that little ribbon came into play, but you still had a Pokemon in the back.
I had AWAC in the back.
So it's not like it mattered too much.
Right.
But that friendship bonus may have saved a Sableye and maybe helped save some information away from Sir Max.
So I think this next one I led with Probo, and then again had Sableye as safe swap, and I think I had AWAC as well.
So Probo would have positive matchups against Castform, Skunk Tank, Golbat, and
Sableye.
It's kind of like a back and forth with Sableye. It depends if your opponent wants to double shield.
Yeah.
Right.
I think Sableye doesn't consistently, like the 100 IV buddied Sableye has a more consistent win against Probo. I think the non-perfect IVs is not as consistent, but I think it can actually beat Probo. I don't know what types of scenarios, but
yeah. Okay, but yeah, let's get into the battle.
I think he leads Golbat. Yep.
He leads Golbat, so you are able to get one of the better guesses, I guess. And he switches into Rhyperior, goes into you go into Sableye.
Yep.
Easy safe swap. He gets off a Surf, you block that, and you're just going to try to get to that double foul play again.
Let's see what happens. Maybe I don't get it this time.
First foul play goes off.
Oh, I was one short.
Yep. But you do get to the second foul play before he gets to a second Surf. So he double shields his Rhyperior, and now
What do I do? What do I do?
Oh, so you double shield as well.
I don't know if that was the right move.
Oh, so this is where the best buddy really came into play, right? Because you had one health left, and it allowed you to get that switch advantage.
Yep.
So you bring Probo back in, getting.
I think he has a Medicham. Oh, nope.
Sunny Cast Form.
So it's a winning matchup either way.
Yeah, so you get this Rock Slide, no shields on either side, so this is good. Deals super effective damage, almost knocks out Sunny Cast Form. Sunny Cast Form is going to get a Weather Ball off, is my assumption. Yes, neutral damage, but not nearly enough damage. Farm it down. And
get a Rock Slide off here. I think that's over.
And that's going to be game. So, taking this, what is this, third round? Fourth round, 2-0. And yeah, you just played that really well, got really lucky with the lead again.
Yeah. But again, I think it's so much easier to be able to take that risk with that lead when you know that nothing's going to hurt Sableye.
Yeah, he has nothing that hard.
So if I lose, it's fine. Sableye can come in. And thankfully, I won that 2-shield matchup against Rhyperior.
Yeah, that one.
Maybe it's an IV thing. I don't know.
I mean, you have a best buddy Sableye, and that, I feel like we saw it right here. It allowed you to get that switch advantage. In this case, it may not have mattered because he had two Pokemon that were weak to Probopass. But
well, I wonder if Rhyperior hits Breakpoint for Mud Slap at some attack stat. We can look at that later.
Yeah,
that would be interesting. Because if I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I'll have to examine that a little bit more before the Modesto tournament. So I know what I'm doing instead of just winging it.
But you're able to take this round, and let's just go to the third round.
Yep.
I mean, third battle.
Third battle of the fourth round.
Yep. So leading off with AWAC this time. Positive.
I'm guessing he's gonna lead Medicham. Nope.
Okay, so this is a pretty neutral matchup. As long as you don't get hit by that Shadow Ball, you're okay. But if you get hit by because Fire Spin is doing neutral damage. Oh, but you do get baited right there.
Way too risk averse.
Yeah. But a Shadow Ball from Golbat does not one-hit KO.
It does not, no.
You eat this Shadow Ball, but easily eat that Shadow Ball. Probopass is so tanky.
So now this is a really interesting situation, right? Because he could farm my Probopass all the way down, but I have two Pokemon in the back that could farm him down as well. And I think this is one of the reasons why I didn't want to bring a Medicham, because of I knew that AWAC was going to be pretty prevalent, but I also have a Sableye, and I don't have to use any charge moves.
Okay, so you bring in Sableye to farm up some energy. He goes ahead and uses Dynamic Punch. Ice Punch, Dynamic Punch, Medicham. You are down a shield, but you have a ton of energy built up on your Sableye.
And my AWAC.
And AWAC. Brings in Rhyperior. You're going to get two foul plays off before he's able to get to a charge move. Blocks the first foul play, gets the second one, but he is able to sneak a Mud Slap in.
Almost worked.
A little bit of lag, but it's okay. Shouldn't have changed the outcome. Able to Mud Slap you down. He now has energy, and you're able to get a Shadow Ball off on this unshielded Rhyperior. Oh wow, Rhyperior is pretty
Very
squishy.
Yep.
And have enough energy to
Don't
get
let
to
that
this.
bulk fool you.
Yeah, Rhyperior, like that dealt what 75% of its health.
That was surprising. I didn't think it would kill him from that range.
So about 75% of Rhyperior's health gone with one AWAC Shadow Ball. That's really surprising actually. I thought it would be able to take one Shadow Ball,
right,
and then Mud Slash would deal.
So I think he
damage.
was at like 60% health or so.
Yeah, something like that. Like it's more than half his health.
Yeah.
Just one shot neutral damage. Right.
So that's why again, Sableye is amazing, right? Shadow Claw does a lot of damage. It's stab damage, a ton of energy generation. So I fully endorse Sableye.
Yeah. Okay. So that was your 4th round matchup against Sir Max, and going into this 5th round, you are currently 4-1. 3-1.
3-1. So we took a 15-20 minute break between rounds 4 and 5. So everyone got food.
Yeah.
I got another drink. Bloody Marys are great. So this is like one of those times, I think, for people who've played like larger tournaments, you always kind of feel a little bit weird after that intermission.
Yeah.
But thankfully, we had such a strong showing from the Bay Area that we were just able to just sit and shoot the shit. So it didn't seem like a long pause or anything like that.
Alright, that'll do it for this video. Thanks for checking it out. If you haven't already, make sure you check out the first part of this video. I'll leave a link in the description down below. And make sure you like this video and stay tuned for part 3 and 4 coming out hopefully before this weekend. So if you have a tournament, watch how Zay does it and try to replicate the results. But that's it. Till next time guys, this is Bestinwest. I'll catch you guys later.